Okay, raise your hand if you've ever bought something and not actually used it. I will admit it, and it is very sad, very wasteful, and I am trying to avoid it at all costs in the future. But there are also things that you have purchased and never used, but probably not ever realized you didn't use them. Today on Money Article Monday, we are going to talk about an article called 14 Things We Buy Then Almost Never Use. I think knowledge is power, and if we realize the things that we buy that we don't use, then maybe we won't buy them again. We'll see. Let's check out what this article has to say. But before we get started, if you are new here, my name is Jennifer. I make videos on saving money, paying off our mortgage early, and living a simple life, or attempting to live a simple life. If any of that interests you, make sure you click that subscribe button. This article I found on MSN.com, and it was written by Gail Cooper on May 20th of 2021. And as always, I will leave the articles down below for you to read in its entirety. The article starts off by saying, I've been decluttering for years, since long before Marie Kondo. The maven of tidy homes was a household name. One approach I use is to try buying only things I'll use regularly. I tested that strategy a few years ago. My husband and I were debating whether to buy a folding table for hosting large groups. It was only $40. But would we use it enough to make it worthwhile? This is what I like to call the price per use. If it's something that, actually, I want to talk about this. I overheard a conversation, and if you're new here, I oftentimes go off on tangents, so this is going to be one of those times. I was getting my hair trimmed just today, and there was this hairdresser right next to me. They were just chatting, and obviously in salons, you know, we're gonna listen to what everybody's saying, right? Well, she was talking about how her and her boyfriend, I guess fiance, I don't know, were going to get married, and the lady was saying, big wedding, small wedding, and she said no. We are probably going to go to Charleston. We are probably going to make it really small. Might have a party. I just can't see wasting money on a wedding. The mom, or the person getting her haircut, said, yeah, I enjoyed my son's wedding. He had this huge wedding, and but I have this dress that I wore, obviously the mother of the bride dress, spent so much money and it's just hanging in my closet. There you go, price per use. Was it worth how much you paid for it for the one time you ended up wearing it? Because, most of the time those dresses aren't worn again, right? Getting back to the article, she says, we decided we would and tested the assumption. Each time we used the table, I recorded the event and date on the table's underside. How fun is that? We used the table recently, and when I tipped it on its side to add the new date, I counted the use. 14, a whopping $2.85 per use. This was indeed a worthwhile purchase, but not every purchase makes solid economic sense or is as easy to test. Yeah, some things you can't just, write down the price per use, but I love that she did that. So we're going to go over the 14 things she talks about in this article that are things that people use or people buy but almost never use. Number one is online subscriptions. These things may seem really small at the time. Oh yeah, I'm going to sign up for Hulu. It's only $7 a month and I need to watch the second season. So of course I'm going to sign up. Finish the second season probably in one weekend because that's what we do these days. We binge watch things, and next thing you know, you're still paying for Hulu 6 months down the road and actually aren't watching anything on it, right? Anybody? The article says, you'll find websites for every hobby and interest. Yeah. Premium TV services let you stream endless entertainment programming. Genealogy sites help you make a family tree. And alumni sites reunite you with classmates. Do you have to pay for those things? I don't know about you. I'm going to go off on another tangent talking about genealogy sites. I'm sure they're great and wonderful and all, but I'm not sending my DNA off to be tested. Nope, I'm not putting my DNA in the hands of anybody else. Sorry, nope, not doing it. The writer says, keep a close eye on those monthly bills, though. Are you still studying Spanish with those online lessons? Are you really reading your hometown newspaper online? Could you get by with the free options? Yeah, what is the deal? Well, I guess that's the only way that the newspaper places are going to survive these days. You know, sometimes you'll look up an article and it says, you must pay to read the rest of it. And I say, well, that's fine. I don't need to read the rest of it. Obviously, I'm feeling extra squirrely today, so who knows how this video is going to turn out. Number 2 are extended warranties. You finally decided on a major purchase, but you're not done yet. At the cash register, the clerk is sure to try selling you an extended warranty. You can't go to Walmart and buy a printer without them trying to sell you an extended warranty. Should you bite? Generally, no. I never bite. Never bite. I never buy an extended warranty. Guess what? Never needed it either. Now, not to say that you haven't gotten an extended warranty and used it and it been worth it for you, but nope. The writer continues, but it depends. Typically, Money Talks News founder Stacy Johnson says extended warranties cost more than they're worth. But many new products seem to be fragile and complex. And you guys have actually told me what this is called, or what some people are calling it in the comments of several other videos. You've called it planned obsolescence. That is a very interesting term to me. So it's basically where products are not made to last. You know how grandma's stove and grandma's fridge lasted forever and ever and ever. And these days, things just really do not last long. But the planned obsolescence basically is saying that it's on purpose, which is terrible. Really, honestly, terrible that that's done, if it's true. The article goes on to say, what should you do? Find out exactly what the warranty does and does not cover. You're not going to sit there while you're at the checkout line and figure out what the warranty does and does not cover. You're not going to read this whole packet while Johnny and Susan are behind you waiting for you to move on down the road. Nope. When my household bought new kitchen appliances, we passed up the warranty for the oven. We got it for the refrigerator because its ice machine and other features will get heavy use and could require pricey repairs. Could. Yeah. Nope. If you're a fan of extended warranties, have at it. I won't be joining that club though. Number 3 is a filing cabinet. A declutter goal of mine is to give away my 2-drawer and 4-door filing cabinets. They're taking up space, and technology makes them obsolete. Yep, it sure does. So things we buy and never use, well, is that something we bought and didn't use? No, it's something we used to use but don't use anymore, right? Am I wrong? Number 4, expensive home exercise equipment. How many people bought some sort of home exercise equipment last year when the gyms were closed? Did you? I bought some yoga mats, which I still use, so good purchase for me. I've thought of buying an exercise bike. Where we live, the winters are rainy and often cold. Biking outside, even just getting to the gym, can feel impossible, so it might make sense to have the exercise bike as an option. Who says that bikes, like exercise bikes, are the most expensive coat hanger that you can purchase? I've heard that said. The writer says, but I've resisted. I've seen relatives buy a treadmill or elliptical that ends up as a glorified clothes rack, hogging space. And would a machine in the basement give me more motivation than my unused gym membership? I don't know, but she says the tip here is if you want to buy it used. Yeah, there's plenty of people who bought those things, full price. The Peloton things are huge these days, and there's some people that they get the use out of them. So, up to you. Number 5, silly baby care stuff. Yes, I bought a lot of stuff that I didn't end up using. Luckily, I didn't, when my daughter was younger, she's 4 now, but a baby, I didn't know about all the mom vloggers and Instagrammers, so I didn't see all that expensive stuff that they were pushing, that they obviously make some sort of affiliate commission off of. I was very lucky in that regard. Parents now, even just a few short years later, if you watch any of them, you feel like you need to have all of this nonsense. The article says new parents are nervous, making them susceptible to marketing during the early days with an infant. When your child will not sleep, is hurt or like hurting, gassy, something's wrong, you will literally do anything to fix it. What can I do to fix it? And sometimes it was just resorting to Googling and going on Amazon and buying something, when in the fact is it's probably just a baby, just an infant. It's just something that as a new mom, you don't know. I like her advice here. It says, talk with a veteran mom or dad before you spend money on a baby wipes warmer or fancy shoes for a child who can't yet walk. Now, okay, I don't agree on the baby wipes warmer. That thing, I like the baby wipes warmer. Why? Well, I know from experience, a warmer wipe gets off the poop a lot better than a cold wipe. Just does. Now, fancy shoes for a baby who cannot walk? No, not doing that. Why am I buying shoes for a baby who can't walk? That doesn't make any sense to me. Number 6, cookbooks. I definitely agree with this. They look great, don't they? They're so pretty and so nice, but when I look through them, I find maybe one recipe that I like. I confess, I love a gorgeous printed cookbook. I used to review them, and the advanced copies filled my bookshelves. I even got an Instant Pot cookbook because I love that appliance, but to be honest, I've opened the cookbook only about twice. It's easier to search Instant Pot butter chicken online than dig out the book. Yes. With Pinterest, I'm sorry, Pinterest kind of blew up the world of cookbooks, right? Don't you think? I think. I have a Pinterest board for my recipes. It's the best place ever. I have no reason to buy a cookbook. When a cookbook has, let's say it has 100 recipes, and let's say you use 10 of them. Well, you got the recipe, you're never gonna need it again, maybe you made a copy of it. Pinterest is free, and you can keep the recipe there, you can print it out, and there you go. Cookbooks are pretty and all, and maybe if you're decorating and you need like a side table book, go to the Goodwill or the thrift store. That's where you can find cookbooks, because everybody else who purchased them ended up getting rid of them. Number 7 is gym memberships. Now this just depends on the person, honestly, or if the person's time in life, because I know I've had gym memberships before, and there's times when I used it a lot, and then there's times in my life where I didn't use it at all. So this one just depends, but there are a lot of people that actually just have it and don't use it. If you're not using it, cancel it. If you use it, great, fine, wonderful. I think that there's some statistic, I don't remember where I saw it or what it was, but something about some high percentage of people who actually are members of a gym don't go. So the gyms basically stay open and never even have, 50 to 60% of the people who are signed up come in. The writer says, every year when the annual fee is due, I consider canceling. She has a gym membership. There are reasons to hang on. The gym is close to home and my daughter's school. It has easy parking for days when I can't walk. I bought the membership on Black Friday, so it's pretty cheap. $28 a month for unlimited use for both my husband and myself. But is it a good deal, money-wise? Not even close, since I rarely use it. Then why do you... Wait. So she's keeping it. She rarely uses it, but she's keeping. Every year when the annual fee is due, I consider canceling. Oh, is anybody else tracking? I'm confused. If you're looking to cut expenses, well, if you don't use it, dear writer, then why do you have it? Number 8 are planners and journals. I know a lot of people do this. They're so pretty, it sparkles, and when you squish the cover, the sparkles kind of go everywhere. They've got that little bit of liquid in it, it's squishy and it's just fun to hold. I bought a beautiful planner early last year, spiral bound with a marbleized cover, gold lettering and spaces for daily, weekly, and monthly planning. I told myself I'd use it to keep track of my freelance story assignments so I don't ever miss a deadline. I've used it once. It's easier to keep track of my articles in Google Calendar. Now, I don't know about you, but I am more of a paper person. I don't like Google Calendar. I do for some things, but for, let's say for my YouTube videos or just menus, I like meal planning, I mean, I like a physical, read it out calendar. Number 9, single-use appliances. I love appliances and kitchenware. I don't like single-use appliances myself. More than once, I've been suckered into buying single-use appliances that looked promising on late-night TV infomercials. You also see these things on other YouTubers' videos, like all the Amazon products under $25 for your kitchen. You need it because all you have to do is put the grape in the thing and you squirt it out and it comes out in 4 pieces, because obviously you couldn't do that with a knife, could you? Number 10, travel accessories. And before I even read this, I want to ask you guys, I don't go on a lot of trips, so this probably actually wouldn't be a smart buy for me, so I don't even know why I'm asking. But let me ask you, I see these people with packing cubes. Have you heard of those? What do you think of those? I'm assuming if you travel a lot, they're probably great, but they're these like fabric, plastic, almost like the storage things, and you can put, you know, specific outfits, like you put maybe an outfit in each one or something, or your underwear and your socks and whatever, and it keeps everything organized in your, you know, suitcase. Are those things worth buying? Yeah, let me know. Probably not for me since I don't travel much, but I just thought I would ask. As someone who likes taking long summer trips and smaller trips throughout the year, I can tell you that airfare and lodging are quite enough reason to tap your vacation accessories accounts. There's no need for fancy passport covers, money belts, and packing cubes. Well, was that my answer? Number 11 is souvenirs. Dear souvenirs. Yeah, we don't need those. We especially don't need a keychain from wherever you're vacationing, okay? So just save your money. The writer says, I recently took a fun trip with friends, but insisted buying the souvenirs I saw hawked everywhere. We need a souvenir keychain, refrigerator magnet, or coffee mug. Instead, I brought home a few inexpensive treats like jam, scone mix with local fruit. The best souvenirs are your photos, and your memories are the cheapest. Yes, if you are going somewhere and you want to purchase something for somebody, like a souvenir, something consumable is the best way to go. Something that maybe you could only buy there. But these cheap keychains and coffee mugs, and that just is such a huge waste to me. Number 12. Over-the-top camping equipment. Now, I don't camp, so no, don't camp. Sure, get a tent, sleeping bags, a lantern, and maybe a simple camping stove, but one walk through the camping equipment store will show you that many ways campers can be coaxed into buying luxury camping items. Does luxury and camping really go together? Don't people call that glamping or something? The writer says you can camp comfortably without this stuff. Yeah, I'm sure. If I were to try to go camping, I would probably end up wanting all the stuff to make it not feel like I was camping. So to save the money, I just won't go camping. And the last one, number 14, is frivolous pet purchases. We all know what our pets love most. 1 or 2 nutritious meals a day, a treat, a favorite toy, or 2, and lots of love from their 2-legged friends. What typically remains unused? Doggy dental hygiene gel, microwavable heat bed pads? I've never even heard of that. There's a microwavable heat bed pad for a dog? And other specialty items. You know, most dogs wear sweaters. You know, they're fur, and they don't typically need, you know, be warmed up or anything. Pet Halloween costumes? Yeah, well, and 90% of their toys, yeah. Our dog doesn't really care. Occasionally, he'll grab one and start running around, and that's funny. And then, like, the Halloween costumes, like, when you put the costume on them, they'll literally sit there, and they turn into... all that moves is their eyes, because they're paralyzed. They don't know what to do. What does this crazy human put on me? Seriously, you wasted your money on this? I'm dressed like a squirrel. The writer says, if most pet items get any attention, it's when they're new, and then they're ignored after a sniff or two. Save your money or make a donation to your local pet shelter or rescue organization. I completely agree with that. So I hope I wasn't too all over the place in this video, and I hope you enjoyed it. I thought it was fun to go over some of the things that we just buy and end up still wasting our money on. If you enjoyed it, make sure you give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I would love to have you back for more videos.